Hey friends, Dennis Hermerding here, pastor at King's Cross Church with some exciting news and sort of some bummer news. Let's just start off with the exciting news, and that is that because the numbers have been going down dramatically, many churches have started to open up. Schools are starting to have students come back to school. Work places are starting to have people at least rotating in, if not coming back. But they're also having to do a lot of measures, which are kind of a bummer and kind of weird and make things kind of strange. And as we come back to church, that's going to be kind of strange for us as well. So I wanted to talk to you a few moments about both the date that we will be returning and then some of the protocols that will be in place that we'll need to follow, both because the Cypress ISD, as we return back to Smith Middle School, requires those, but the state of Texas is requiring these as well. And so it's just ways that we keep each other safe and ways that we help protect ourselves as well. So just a couple of things. First, we're going to regather starting on the 20th of September, which is 1 week before our 5th anniversary of when we launched. Kind of amazing and crazy. I want you to think about the fact that it's been 6 months since we have physically worshiped together, but we will be returning to worship together. And again, it's going to be really amazing and awesome and exciting to be together, but it's also going to be kind of strange and weird. One of the things that we will have to do is we will have to enter only through one entrance, and that will be on the back side of the building, which is where I'm standing. We will not be entering on the front. We'll have signage that helps direct you there, but just recognize that you're going to have to go to the back side where all those red round tables, for those of you that know this facility, are located. And so you'll come back there, you'll enter in, and there'll be certain questions that you'll have to answer or you'll have had to already answer before you get here, because we don't want you coming if you're sick, and we don't want you coming if you've been exposed to someone who's been sick. We obviously want you to follow the protocol of quarantining yourself and taking care of yourself and protecting your neighbor. Secondly, I want to let you know that we will be requiring masks. So if you come, you will have to wear a mask. I know that stinks. I know it itches your nose. It messes with your ears. All these things. I mean, no one wants to have Vulcan ears, but that's just part of the reality that we're dealing with right now. And so we need to wear masks, and we just encourage you to do that. Also, we will be practicing social distancing. You'll notice that when you come to church on that Sunday, that there will be clusters of chairs where we'll have basically designated areas for families to sit. And we would encourage you to do that, to sit in those units. We would encourage you not to sit with people who are not part of your immediate family or people that you are normally associating with on a weekly and a daily basis. Also, as I said before, there'll be a checklist which we will send out in an email. The email that you will get that has this video in it will have that information as well. You can look at that checklist and make sure that all of that fits within your purview. It will also be something that all of our workers, all those who are part of staff, those who are assisting in our nursery and tots area, all of them will have been screened. We will be doing a little extra in that regard for people who are working, especially with our children, temperature checks and things of that nature. But as you come, we'll just ask that you have answered those. You'll be able to answer those questions and say, yes, I don't fit into any of these categories. We'll also be asking guests as they come in. It'll be a great way for us to greet them, get to know them right out of the gate. But it'll also be that we'll need to find out from them that they are, in fact, meeting all those protocols. And that is something that Cypress ISD is requiring. So it's something we want to do as good neighbors, and as having the opportunity to use this facility here, we want to comply as much as possible. The last thing I want you to know is that as we gather, we're going to ask that as people exit, they're going to exit. We're going to enter through the door here, and then we're going to exit through the other door that's just to the left of me. And then we're going to ask that people fellowship in the courtyard. We want you to connect. We know people are going to be so excited to see one another. We are going to ask you to maintain the social distancing as you interact out here in the courtyard, but this courtyard is shaded, and so it's really nice. It won't be too warm, at least not in the morning, so we encourage you to use this area to fellowship and talk, but we don't want people staying gathered in the building. We want people to move out, because once we're through tearing down, which we do want everyone to help us tear down, but once we've done those things, we really want to be able to talk, but we want to do that in a safe manner. The last thing I want to say is, as I've already said, we're going to have a nursery, and that's exciting. I know that there are parents who are excited to get back to worship, and the nursery is one way that we love our children well and love our parents well. We will be all meeting in this one big area, but we will provide a nursery, and we're going to see how that goes, and hopefully it'll be awesome. But I just want you to know that we will be doing all sorts of protocols in there, making sure things are kept clean, making sure that our workers are safe, that they are safe to be around our children. And just want you to know that it will actually be a really good thing as we gather, as our children gather, as they once again get to gather together and hear about the Lord Jesus Christ and worship Him in a way that fits their age and their frame, while we worship in the larger area and together. Last thing I want to let you know is that we will not be singing as many songs. We will sing, we'll be mass, so we will sing, but we're probably going to be singing 3 songs instead of our usual 5 or 6 songs that we've done in the past. Once again, we're just doing that to err on the side of safety. Well, anyway, Dennis Hermerding here as the pastor of King's Cross. Our regathering team has done a fantastic job. As you find out who those folks are, you can thank them because they have done an incredible job of putting things together, making sure we're operating in a way that fulfills both the requirements we have from the state and the school system, but also just common sense, making sure that we're taking care of one another. Thank you so much, and God bless.